This is Cron Force coverage of Beta Breakers presented by Craigslist. Here are your hosts, Pam Moore and Mark Dannon.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Beta Breakers. You're watching the elite runners, or runner right now, making his way through Golden Gate Park. Talasa Kadefa in the lead, a large lead right now. It was neck and neck up through the Hayes Street Hill, but coming down the hill and entering the park, his lead grew and continues to grow as he's just minutes away from winning the Beta Breakers.
Yeah, victory, I'm sure he can taste it right now, and there's no one in sight behind him.
No. And this is a great part of the course too. Everything's just sort of a gradual downhill. You can really get into a rhythm. He's not looking back, and even if he did, he wouldn't see anybody. Yeah, he looks very strong.
So since we were just talking about Hayes Street Hill, and that was the last time we saw both of the lead runners neck and neck, let's go to James Fletcher now, who's standing by at Hayes Street Hill, and let us know what's happening there.
Hey, Pam. Well, it's a party out here on Hayes Street Hill, as you can see. A lot of the smiles, though, that we saw at the start line turning into moans and groans as people are working their way up, of course, to the infamous Hayes Street Hill. The crest of it is right behind me here, and that's, of course, where they've got the sensor along the roadway. People are getting their times as they make their way over top Hayes Street and down in toward Golden Gate Park. And as we take a look at the crowd, I'm looking back toward the start line, and it's just an ocean of people. We still have thousands and thousands of racers still to come by. And as you can see, they're having a good time in costume. Spirits still high, even though has Hayes Street Hill knocked the wind out of you? You're still doing good? Still doing good. All right, there's the top of the hill. It's all downhill from here, guys. Now, it's a party atmosphere out here. You can pretty much bet on that. Everybody here has come to have a good time. How you doing? And people of all ages, actually. We've got young kids, we've got parents, we've got little kids. Say hi. How old are you?
I'm 7.
7 years old? Is this your first race?
Yeah.
Yeah? You having a good time?
Yeah.
How about that? You're about 2 miles in. You think you can go the whole way?
No problem.
No problem?
She can definitely go the whole way.
All right. You guys think you can make it? What's that? Hey, very cool. All right. Have fun with the race. All right, so the mood is still pretty positive. Again, we're about 2.5 miles into the race. We'll see how they are when they finally get to Golden Gate Park.
I will finish the damn race today.
So some point today, he's going to cross the finish line. Of course, from here, nice. From here, they go on to Golden Gate Park. Of course, that's where they have Vicky Liviak is standing by. She's out there, of course, watching all the costumes go by. Let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
One thing we are noticing there is that most people were walking up Hayes Street Hill.
They started running, but by the time they get towards the crest, it leads to a walk.
And now we're looking at, that's Talasa again, Talasa Kadefa. And he's the lead, and he is winning.
Yes.
So we will go back and check in with him as he gets closer to the finish line. Let's go back to the start line and check in with Cron Force Grant Lotus.
All right, thanks, guys. In the middle of outer space here, we're right by the start line, but this is the solar system, right?
Yes.
What do we have?
I'm Mercury, the hottest planet.
Okay.
And I have my rings, baby. I'm Saturn.
And I'm Mars, and this is Venus.
Venus, all right.
Bad news is we've lost the sun.
No.
So we're just going to scatter into the universe now.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Beautiful. Very creative, guys. You're hoping to win, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
I just want to put a plug in for our organization, Monterey Ski and Social. Hope we do a lot of work.
All right. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you, Grant. Of course, sadly, they lost Pluto, too, as it lost its planetary status. Let's go back now to the lead, and Kadefa getting closer to the finish line here, and still no one in sight. As far as the other elite runners, he's well ahead of the pack and on his way to the prize money and the Beta Breakers title.
So tell me, he's going through, he knows he's out there by himself, so now is he thinking, I think Mark asked you earlier, is he thinking about his time, or just let me just cruise on since I know I'm going to win?
It looks to me like he's cruising. He's looking back. He's definitely not going for any sort of record or personal best time-wise. I'm going to get through this. When people ask, as an elite runner, hey, is it fun? Did you have fun? Well, no, you don't have fun racing until you get to this. This is fun. When you've put the race away, you look behind you, you can cruise at home. not too terribly painful at this point. When you're chasing somebody like that, that's not much fun. And when you're neck and neck and there's only a quarter mile, half mile to go, it really, really, really hurts.
We just saw him there kind of veer over to the shady side of the street because the sun is bearing down on them at this point.
Could be getting a little bit warm, and now it looks like
he's
they're
in the
making a
shade.
turn. They're making a turn near one of the windmills. He's probably what, half a mile or so from the finish.
It will be interesting then to see who comes in second in light of the fact that he has such a big lead. We don't know what happened with Tesfaye. He was the two of them were neck and neck, as Mark was saying, at Hay Street Hill. And Ryan, we've not seen yet. Ryan Hall, who is the also a first-timer in Beta Breakers, but he was the American who was favored to win this year. And we don't know what happened, whether he just fell back. And
I get the feeling Tesfaye was really gunning for that Hay Street Hill bonus. The way he's really sort of braked going down that hill, and the lead that Tolosa got here very soon after that. So you could have put a fork in him at that point, although he might still be in second. We don't know. It's possible Ryan Hall passed him after that.
Yeah, less than a quarter mile to go here. We just passed the 7-mile marker, and it'll be interesting to see after he crosses the finish line to win this race, the time difference between his crossing and the other runners behind him, especially the high hopes we all had for American Ryan Hall this year. We'll see how far behind he was. And then, of course, we'll be watching for the women and see who wins the women's race and the women's time. So as we'll stay with the finish line here and watch the winner of the race here as Kadefa getting ready to cross in the next few moments. And then we'll see how large of a lead he actually has as the other runners get closer to the finish line.
one thing back in 1912, when the first year, the winner crossed at like 44 minutes, almost 45 minutes. Now they're doing like 30, 32, 33. In addition to, what has changed to make people be able, humans be able to run that much faster?
Well, a lot of it is professionalism. These guys, that's their job, is they go out and they train all the time. With the money involved in elite running, you get some of the best, endurance athletes in the world participating in it. And in a race like this is really one of the most prestigious races, if not the most prestigious race on the West Coast. Certainly a non-marathon race. So yeah, you get a lot of real good people who train real hard, all coming out racing at the same time, and there you go, 10 minutes.
10 minutes difference, yeah. And he's really approaching the finish line right now. Yeah. Very close there. We've got Justine Waldman is out at the finish line as well, and
looks like he's trying to pass the.
Here it is. All right, and we have a winner. The 2013 Beta Breakers, the 102nd running, Tolosa Kadefi is the winner this year. We'll get his time shortly.
The Ethiopian winning the race, and we're waiting to see the time difference for the other runners coming through. The other Ethiopian from Antioch, Ryan Hall, the American as well. And then we're waiting for the women, so we're going to watch.
Ryan Hall.
Oh, there is Ryan Hall.
There's Ryan. So now he did place second, okay. 30 years old. He's from Redding, California. This is also his first Beta Breaker. So the first and second place winners this year are both first timers at this race.
And looks like Tesfaye just came around the corner there. He'll finish third.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break here with our coverage of Beta Breakers. Stay tuned, a lot more to come as we wait for the women to cross the finish line, the other elite male runners, and then we wait for the crazy costumes. We'll be right back.
Costume crazy and flying centipedes. The fun is just beginning. Cron Force coverage of Beta Breakers presented by Craigslist will be right back.